Hey guys, and welcome back for another HIIT yoga class. For today's session, you're not going to need anything at all, just some space on the floor, a mat if you have one, and whenever you're ready, come and join me in Tadasana and we'll begin our warm-up. So we'll just start with the warm-up. So if you come to the centre of your mat, and we'll just begin by rolling one ankle, maybe 10 rotations on one foot. And then when you've done 10, switch over to the other foot. Ah, we got Anna, I think. I can't read from here. Once you've done 10 rotations on both feet, come back to centre and start to roll those shoulders back and down. So we'll go 5 rotations backwards. And then 5 rotations forwards. Once you've done 5 in both directions, we're going to inhale to lift one arm up. We're reaching up tall. Exhale, reach all the way over to the other side. Inhale, back to centre, switching over the arms. Exhale, reach over to the other side. We're just going to do 3 rotations each side, really opening up that side body. And then on that last rotation, reach all the way over, come back to centre, take the arms out wide, and then wrap the arms around the body as you twist to look behind. So just let the arms fly. As you come through that centre line, think about lifting up, opening up the chest, opening up the spine, finding that length. One more each side. And then come all the way back to centre. Inhale as you find yourself in extended Tadasana, soften the knees, hinge at the hips and come all the way down into your Uttanasana forward fold. So we're going to draw the chest over the belly, belly over the thighs, crown of the head towards the floor, opposite hand to opposite knee, and you're just going to gently hang out in ragdoll. You can swing from side to side. So with ragdoll, you can either go stay still, you can go up and down, or you can swing right over to the sides and you'll feel that go all the way down the side of the hip and into the IT band. So just take it to where you need it. Take a nice deep breath all the way in. Exhale, release the hands to the floor and then just slowly walk the feet all the way back to your down facing dog. Spread the fingers, press through the hands, push the crown of the head towards the floor, bend the knees and point the tailbone high towards the ceiling. Maybe just take a few pulses through the shoulders, pushing the crown of the head towards the floor, and then gently begin to extend through the legs, alternating from side to side, pulsing those heels towards the floor, opening up those calves, those hips, those hamstrings. And then we'll take a body flow. So inhale, roll forwards, drop the hips, look up, find cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes, press back to down facing dog. From here, walk the hands all the way to the back of the mat, find your Uttanasana forward fold. Heel toe your feet out to the edges of the mat, find your squat stance. Inhale as you come all the way up, extended Tadasana, palms together at the top. Exhale as you come down into your garland pose. Just take a moment there to just open up the hips, keep that chest nice and lifted. Take a few deep breaths. And then we're going to take left hand to the floor, inhale to lift and twist. Exhale, right hand to the floor, inhale to lift and twist. Exhale, both hands to the floor, heel toe your feet back underneath your hips. Take a nice deep breath in, find your Uttanasana forward fold, and then walk the hands all the way to the front of the mat. We'll take another body flow. So finding yourself in that down facing dog. Inhale, roll forwards, drop the hips, look up, find cobra. Exhale, push back to down facing dog. From here, you can step or hop to Uttanasana, forward fold at the front of the mat. Heel toe your feet out to the edges of the mat, find your squat stance. Inhale, come all the way up, palms together at the top. Exhale, come down into garland pose. Take a nice deep breath in, pause at the bottom, and we're going to do 3 more squats basically. So inhale to lift, palms together at the top. Exhale, come down into garland. Last one, inhale to lift, palms together at the top. Exhale, come back down to garland. Take the hands to the floor, heel toe the feet back underneath the hips, find your Uttanasana forward fold. And then if you want to, just take a moment or two in that ragdoll, continue to open up the hamstrings, the hips, the glutes and the lower back. And then when you're ready, we're just going to inhale as we come all the way up. Extended Tadasana, palms together at the top. Exhale, release the hands. Shake it all out and you should be feeling a little bit more warm. So I'm just going to put my speaker on and I'll set the clock. We'll make sure that the clock is ready to go. When it loads, everything's on slow today. I reckon the whole tech world's have bank holiday as well. So it's the same as usual. You've got your 3 rounds, 5 different movements. Take it entirely at your own pace today. There will be options to scale up the movements from last week, or you can remain at the same or even scale them down if you need to. So just take it how your body feels, so don't overdo it. So the first movement today is a standing squat with a knee tap and a thrust. So you're going to find yourself in your squat stance. You're going to come down into that garland pose, tap the knee to the floor, and then open the hips. So this is the mobility round. So we're looking at getting into the hips. You're then coming back to that squat, tapping the other knee to the floor, opening the hips in the other way. So it's up to you what you do with your hands. I tend to bring mine back, come back to squat, come all the way up, and then repeat. So you're looking at maybe getting 5 of these, maybe more in total. So I will start the clock. This is your mobility round, so take it easy, figure out your range of movement, work on mobilizing the body. So in 10 seconds, set yourself up in that standing squat stance, and then when you're ready, we'll begin. So inhale, lift the hands up, come all the way down as you exhale into that garland pose. Tap the knee, thrust or open the hip, come back to squat, tap the other knee, thrust or open the other hip, come back to squat. Stand all the way up and then reset and start again. So just take your time, moving through this, try and keep
halfway there.
That chest nice and lifted as you do it. Keep that torso upright. Try and keep those heels on the floor if you can with the squat, so don't go too low.
10 seconds.
You have 10 seconds left on the clock, and then we are on to the next movement. Really nice work, girls.
Rest.
So the next movement is your simple body flow. So you all know what one of these is. You come from down facing dog, inhale to roll forwards, drop the hips, look up, find cobra, and then push back as you exhale to down facing dog. Really work on that spinal roll as you come through and then push back. So set yourself up in that down facing dog. You have 3 seconds to go. And then when you're ready, begin. Inhale, roll forwards, drop the hips, look up, find cobra. Exhale, push back to down facing dog. Inhale, roll forwards, drop the hips, look up, find cobra. Exhale, push back to down facing dog. So if you want to spend a moment or two in each end of the pose, you can. Nice work.
Halfway there.
Focus on really releasing those hips to the floor. If you need to reduce it to Sphinx, because this hurts your lower back, then feel free to switch out Cobra for Sphinx. If you need to come onto your knees before you press up to down facing dog, that's also perfectly fine. You have just coming up to 5 seconds left on the clock, so see if you can get one more in. And relax. From here, we're going to take from our down facing dog position, we're going to come into lizard. So option 1, just step forwards with the hand and step back to down facing dog. Option 2, step forwards and then lift the knee through and step back. So we're adding that pounce as we're coming through. So it's a lizard lunge with a pounce. So down facing dog.
Let's go.
Option 1, just place the foot outside the hand. Option 2, lift the hand and replace the hand where the foot where the hand is. Sorry, I didn't explain it very well the first time. So you're just alternating from side to side, keeping that back knee off the floor. If you need to, you can come to that lizard lunge and just do the regular foot outside hand and drop the back knee to the floor.
Halfway there.
Step back, taking it a bit slower, working more on opening that hip joint. You have 15 seconds left on the clock, so see if you can get 2 more each side.
10 seconds.
If you can. And then we are on to the next movement. So in 3, 2, 1. The next movement is bear to cobra, and we're going to scoop it through. So you're going to come into a kneeling position, hands slightly wider, lift the knees off the floor. From that bear pose, drop the chest through and press up to cobra. Option to just come from extended child's pose, scoop the chest through and press up to cobra instead. So just give yourself a little bit of space by taking those hands slightly wider. Set yourself up in that bear position, scoop the chest through and press up to cobra, or even up dog if you feel like more of a workout. So really focus on that scooping of the chest. You'll find that this is going to open up your thoracic spine. So if you want to come into child's pose and do it and focus on that scoop, you can as well, and then just sit back to extended child's pose. So take it at your own pace, do whatever you need to do. Really nice work. Well done. Just got one more movement left. Really good job. Well done, girls.
Rest.
So the next movement is a bow to bridge. So option 1, you're just going to come from this prone position, hold both feet, lift and kick. You can always do that half bow if you prefer. You're then going to roll over onto your backs and lift up into bridge. If you can, the challenge is to take both legs, lift into bow, relax, roll over, lift into bridge, and then go back and do it on the other side if you've got space. So it's a bit of a mobility one. It opens up the shoulders. Find the positions in both parts. So lift, that's it. And then go all the way back. So you might need to come back down before you go back. It's hard to get over. Really good work. And then lift into that bridge. You're halfway there, so see if you can get one more in for me.
10 seconds.
Whichever variation you've gone for. Lovely. It's quite a challenge. And rest. You've got a whole minute's worth of rest. So if you need to grab a glass of water, then feel free. We've got our strengthening round this time. So yeah, feel free to grab your water and I'll demonstrate the next one. So the first movement of the next round is a simple Cossack squat. So you're going to come into quite a wide stance. You're literally just going to drop your body weight over one leg, trying to keep that heel on the floor. And then if you can, my ankle's not going to allow it to stay. And you can either lift the toes up or keep the foot down, whichever you prefer. Then you're going to use that bent leg to push the body back up. Don't use this inner leg. You're going to build some single leg strength. So you're just going to go from side to side. If you can, try and keep those heels on the floor. This is going to build your leg strength up. Sit back into the heel. So you've got 5 seconds left. So set yourself up in that wide leg stance.
Let's go.
You're exhaling to come down over one leg. Inhaling to lift, reset in the middle, exhaling to come over the other leg, inhaling to lift. So really focus on pushing through that bent leg to lift the body back up. Whilst you're doing this, think about the position of your torso. The more upright you can be, the better. So maybe don't go quite as low if you end up rolling over to get down there. Obi might come into the play in a minute. And then go all the way down, so that's it. So you've got
10 seconds.
Just over 10 seconds left, and then we are on to the next movement. Nice work.
Rest.
The next movement is an alternating V-sit. So option 1, you can just do those simple tuck crunches, taking opposite elbow to opposite knee. Option 2, come from this supine position, and you're lifting opposite hand to opposite leg. As you alternate, if you want to, you can tap the knee instead. Whatever you need to do, alternate from side to side. So you're finding that supine position and then finding that hollow hold, engaging that core as you lift to tap opposite hand to opposite foot. If you can't reach as high as your foot, don't worry. Tap the knee, tap the shin, wherever you can reach. Just try and lift chest and shoulders off the floor. Really think about pushing that lower back into the floor. Engage that core. Imagine you're drilling your belly button down to the floor. Nice work. You're over halfway. You have just over 12 seconds left on the clock.
10 seconds.
And then we are going to flip over onto our stomach. So in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Coming onto your stomach now, we're going to come into an arch hold. So option 1, to just inhale to lift, exhale to lower. Option 2, see if you can hold this arch for the entire time. Or option 3, you could add a rock in and make it harder. So pick your progression. Think about keeping a long, straight body, keeping tension from finger to toe.
Let's go.
Squeezing those glutes, squeezing those inner thighs, supporting your lower back. Nice work. If you need to hold for half and then take a break and then hold for the other half, that's absolutely fine. Usually if you're strong on the front, you're weak on the back and vice versa. So you're just coming up to halfway, so if you need to take a break, you can. If you want to, carry on. See if you can hold the whole 45 seconds. Good job. And then if you want to add that rock in for the last 10, I'll count you in. In 3, 2, 1, add that rock. You have 10 seconds to go. See if you can do it all the way to the end. 5 seconds left in 3, 2, 1. Relax.
Yes.
Next movement is a dolphin press. So we're going to come from this down facing dog position with the forearms on the floor. Clasp the hands together. Option 1, to just press the body away from the ground, push the head through the arms. Option 2, take the nose to the fingers, press back. Option 3, take the nose to the floor and press back. Pick your progression. We're just simply moving from one to the other. If you find that even option 3 is maybe a bit too easy, you can walk your feet in, stack your hips higher above your shoulders and add more vertical height as you do this. So pick your progression and go with it. You're just coming up to halfway. So if you need to take a moment to shake out those shoulders,
halfway there.
Feel free. This is quite a tough one. So really think about pressing up through the armpits, using the core to lift the body up and back as you go back to that dolphin position.
10 seconds.
Use the core as well as you squeeze to go forwards to keep control as you lower with control that nose to your floor and relax. The last one is a hollow hold and rock. So you're going to come into a supine position. Option 1, to just stay in this tuck. Option 2, you can take one leg extended, lift the shoulders off the floor and keep the other leg bent. Option 3, take both legs out, finding your hollow hold. Option 4, take the arms out long, and then option 5, add that rock.
Last round.
So pick your progression, set yourself up, glue that lower back into the floor. I tend to keep my arms by my side as I do this, and then add that rock. I'm terrible at these hollow holds. So if you just want to hold it, you can. If you want to just add that rock, you can as well. If you want to add the rock and use a scaled option for the hold, you can just switch sides at halfway. You've just had halfway. Pick your progression. You have just coming up to 12 seconds left on the clock.
10
and
seconds.
Then you have a whole minute's rest before your final round. Nice work. Really good. Your stomach should be in pieces at the end of this. Nice job. Relax. Grab your water. You've got a whole minute's worth of rest, and then we are into the next movement. So I will demonstrate the next movement while you grab your water. The first movement is a bear to chair to jump. So we've done a kind of progression on this. You're simply coming from this bear position, knees are hovered on the floor, jumping forwards or stepping forwards with the feet, finding yourself in that forward fold before lifting up into chair pose. Option to just stay here, or option to add a jump, come back down, hop back to bear. So option to step in, lift up, jump, and then step out, find bear again, or option to jump and jump, whichever you want to do. So really work hard on finding those positions and bracing the core in each of them. So hold for one, jump, hold, and then come back down. So set yourself up in that bear position. Knees are hovered off the floor. catch in chair, jump, come back down, step back to bear, reset. Jump, catch in chair, and you get it. Nice work. So really sit back and down in that chair. Think about pulling those shoulders away from the ears. Try to keep those heels flat into the floor, so sit into
Halfway
the heels.
there.
Keep that tailbone tucked under, brace that core. Nice work. You're over halfway, so see if you can get maybe 2 more in. You've got 10 seconds
10
left
seconds.
on the clock. It's cardio round, so raise that heart rate. Nice, good job.
Rest.
The next movement is that firefly. So we're going to come from down facing dog. Option to just do simple mountain climbers, or option to take the knee outside, tap the elbow, step back and alternate from side to side. So knee comes high and up outside the elbow. If you can, try and hit the bicep area. So set yourself out in that down facing dog. And then when you're ready, exhale as you crunch forwards and tap, inhale to press back. So you're just alternating from side to side. You are nearly halfway, so if you need to take a break, shake out those shoulders, feel free, and then reset and get straight back to it.
There.
You've only got 3 more movements left, and then you're on your cool down after this. So keep moving all the way to the end. You have just over 10 seconds
10
left.
seconds.
And then we are on to the next movement. And in 3, 2, 1. The next movement is a simple alternating lunge. So option to keep hands on hips, hands in the air wherever you need. Step back, tap the knee, step forwards, tap the knee. Option to add a jump and make this more of a cardio movement so that you work your way through this. So you're just alternating from side to side. So set yourself up at the front of your mat, and when you're ready, begin. So tapping the knee to the floor, tapping the other knee to the floor. If you're adding that jump, just brace your core to keep that stability. Maybe think about going slightly wider with your foot stance as you come into that lunge. Nice work, really good. Just take it steady if you need to.
Halfway
Brilliant.
there.
You're still getting a really good workout. No matter what you're doing, you're still moving. So really good. Nice work, guys.
10 seconds.
And in 5. Oh, now 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax.
Rest.
We're going to come down into a seated position now and find ourselves in that tuck position, and we're simply just going to elbow to knee. So you're just alternating from side to side. We are going to try and do this as fast as we can so we can really get that cardio burn up. So as fast as you want to, the faster you can, the more cardio intensity you're going to get. So set yourself up, find that seated position, and then when you're ready, going to alternate from side to side. Nice work. Really good. If you wanted to make this harder, of course, you can go back to those alternating V-sits to make it even harder again. So whatever you prefer.
Halfway there.
Those alternating V-sits probably will slow you down though. So if you want the burn, just go for that simple tuck, elbow, crunch. Nice work. You are over halfway.
10 seconds.
10 seconds left on the clock, so keep going all the way to the end. And then we just have 1 more movement left.
Rest.
So we're going to come to the front of the mat. We're going to do a yoga variation on a burpee. So we're going to come to the front of the mat, drop down to our forward fold, step or hop back, take a press up into cobra, press back to down facing dog, hop forwards, jump, and then repeat. So you're doing a vinyasa, basically, as a burpee. So starting at the front of the mat, hands to the floor, hop back, vinyasa, down facing dog, hop forwards, jump, hop back, vinyasa, down facing dog, hop forwards, jump. I'm going to do a couple with you. I've got a burpee challenge this May, so I need to get my numbers up.
Halfway there.
So see if you can match the same numbers as you just did.
Ten seconds.
All the way to the end. Keep going. And
Well done.
rest. Well done, girls. Really good work. So catch your breath. Grab a sip of water if you need to. And then when you're ready, we'll come back to extended child's pose and begin our cool down. So finding yourself at the back of your mat, sit back on your heels, reach the hands forwards, bring the forehead to the floor, and just gradually calm that breath down. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Take 3 deep breaths. Last deep breath all the way in. And then as you exhale, walk the hands all the way over to the right. Find that stretch in the left side body. Take 2 deep breaths. And then walk the hands all the way back over to the center as you inhale. And as you exhale, all the way over to the left. Find that stretch in the right side body. Take 2 deep breaths. From here, when you've taken those 2 deep breaths, walk the hands all the way back to center, scoop the chest through, come through into a prone position on your mat, and we're gonna reach back for half frog. So taking right hand to right foot, taking that heel to the bum, pulsing a few times, stretch off those quads. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then relax and switch sides. So left hand to left foot, heel to the bum, pulse a few times, stretch off those quads, and then hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax, release that foot. We're going to come onto our backs now, so swivel your legs out in front of you. Come all the way down into a supine position on your backs and just bring your knees in towards your chest, hug them with both arms, rock from side to side, massage that lower back. And then take the toes to the floor, keep the heels lifted. Take the hands out wide, palms facing down, glue those shoulders to the floor and just drop the knees from side to side for a few window wipers to finish. Releasing off that lower back. And of course, if you want a full cool down, you can come for my slow flow in just half an hour's time to fully stretch off. 1 more each side. And then just gently bring the knees all the way back up to center. Hug the knees in towards your chest, rock from side to side again, massage that lower back. And then whenever you're ready, just roll over onto the right side of your body and come all the way up to seated. Find yourself in the center of your mat. And we'll finish with one final deep inhale as we lift the hands up above the head, palms together at the top. As we exhale, hands to the forehead, kind thoughts. To the lips, kind words. To the heart, kind feelings. Namaste.